Shalom, shalom, everyone. Today is going to be part 2 of the Obsidian Torah study beginners tutorial series. That's a lot. So I have the topics right here laid out in the background here. The topics I'm going to go over are the canvas. I'm going to go over diagrams in Obsidian, backlinks. I'm going to go more in depth with the core plugins. The community plugins, I'm going to go over those, the list of plugins I use for Bible study or Torah study. And I'm going to go over my folder organization. Now, it's not the best system. This is just what I've come up with over time. Okay, so this is my home screen at the moment. I changed it from using an actual note to display the homepage, the dashboard, to a canvas. I transferred everything to a canvas. And I don't know if I like it, so I might change it back. So the first thing I wanted to go over is the canvas, going over what I use that for basically. And I'm going to open up one of where are my canvases? I'm going to search for my canvases. Oh, and the way that you search for things, there's a hotkey. I set it to a hotkey. This is a plugin called Omnis Search, I think it's called. I got it. Now, my vault is a little slow. It might be because I have like 70 plugins. Might not, don't know. Probably most likely the case. So this is my diagram that I have here. Basically, when I found out that all of the 10 commandments were connected to all the other laws in the Old Testament, I was like, okay, I need to like kind of draw this out or sort this out on a diagram. So that's what I started doing, and I do need to finish it. Let me just zoom in real quick. I do have a plugin helping me style this, and I also have CSS styling on this, so it kind of looks a little different than the regular Obsidian canvas. Although it's basically the same. So to add a card or a node to the canvas, you just right click, you add a card, or you can just double click on the canvas and it'll just pop up there. So you can resize this however big you want it. When you double click this, you can add text, right? So basically you would kind of treat these nodes as like you would a note in your vault. You can add markdown to this. You can add data view tables, regular tables, anything that you would put in a note, you can put inside of this card right here. So if I wanted to make a heading, you would put one number sign, and then heading goes here. Heading 1, I'm going to name it. 2 number signs, heading 2. So if you want to make a list, you would say, I'll just write bullet 1. And then if you press enter, it'll automatically format it for you where you can just add another bullet point to the list, and so on and so forth. So this is cool. I like this. Obsidian is awesome. Now, when you exit the card, meaning you click outside of the card, you'll see that it's it's rendered as there's a list, there's a heading, and there's a heading too. What you can also do is change the color of the cards as well. So you would just click on the card and you would click on the paint palette right here, and you can change the color to the preset ones, or you can pick your own custom color, which is right here, and then you would pick. These extra settings are the result of a plugin that I just found that lets you style it even further. So if you wanted to say, let's say make this shape, make this card into a circle, you would just do that. But this happens, so you could do this. You could also do that. Maybe if I make it bigger, it will fix itself, maybe. Nope. So yeah, circle. Did I change it to circle? I guess not. Circle, and back to square. So yeah, there's that. You can also rotate it with the plugin. You can make a dashed border. See how the border is dashed now. You can also change back solid, or you can change it to no border or not. I don't know. The plugin is new, so what's the plugin called again? The plugin is called Canvas Style Menu if you want to install it. So we've added a color. We've done something to the border. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to change it to dashed. And so we're going to add another card. This time I will add a circle. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and then I'm going to change the size. All right, and say this card is related to this card. So I want to connect. If I wanted to connect these, I would connect it like that. So you just go to any of the 4 sides of this card. Also the same on the circle, and you can connect it to something else. No, I don't want it. Okay. Oh, also, you can, when you right click, you can add a note from your vault. You can add a website or a web page. You can add like media from the vault, say like a video or image, and you could just add a regular note to from the vault. So I'm going to add another card right here, but this time I'm going to add a note from the vault. So I'm going to move this one up here and move this one. See how it just kind of took the note that I have and imported it into a card. That is basically what it does. So it takes it's an embed. So if you change anything on your note, it will be reflected on the card. Same vice versa. If you edit anything on the card, that will be reflected on your note. That's pretty handy. So say these 2 things are related, the heading and the heaven note. So what you would do is you would hold down your mouse on an empty part of the canvas and kind of highlight both of the things that you want to be grouped. And then after that, you would right click and you would click on create group. And after that, you should see a border around your cards, and you have successfully created a group. And also as well, the same as the cards themselves, you can also change the color of the group. So I'm gonna change this to orange. There are also some extra settings here that the Canvas style plugin adds. So these are not usually here. Set background. Okay, this should be fun. I never tried this one, so I'm going to add Nimrod. Can I move it around? No? Okay. It just adds it and I can't do anything about it. Alright. And with the plugin, since I'm assuming that you may be installing it when you figure out how to, I think I'll put up a video about that. You could rotate it. I'm not messing with that at all. You can highlight it. So that did nothing. You can also name your groups. All you have to do is right click on the name. Your name is obviously going to look different than mine because again, I've added styling. So I'm just going to rename it group name and enter, and the group name is here. The reason that it's over here and it's in a weird spot is again because of the styling. I still haven't like perfected where I wanted it, so I just, I left it alone. But yeah, this looks kind of cool. And it's actually pretty cool that I can add a background to the groups. I didn't know that, so I will definitely be messing with that. Also, if you were curious about the image I have here, this is an AI image of Nimrod that I kind of like put together with like different keywords. I think I have covered everything on the canvas. So you can like link stuff to the other notes and all the things. So I think that basically covers canvases. I covered the basics. With that, you should be able to do whatever you need to do with the canvas, the diagrams. I love the diagrams because I love charts. I just charts are cool. So the next thing that I wanted to go over is backlinks. I'm going to the bottom of the file because that is where the backlinks are usually showed or displayed. All the way down there. When it finishes loading fully, Oh, Austin's live. I didn't even realize that. Alrighty, so we're going to go to the bottom of the document here for the note. And I still see no backlinks. The backlinks. What you see here on the side pane or on the sidebar is usually what's under the note here. So I think if I go into the law somehow, I think I'll find something with a whole bunch of backlinks. Maybe circumcision. Circumcision might work. Might as well. Alright, so we will check the backlinks. Alright, so you see the backlinks show up on the bottom of the note. There we go. So I have, it says I have 4 linked mentions to the note. So this is one of my daily notes when I used to do daily notes. I don't anymore. So I have something in there linking to this file directly, specifically directly. And I have another daily note linking to this file too. I also have my Paul file linking to this file too. Okay, so if I click on unlinked mentions, it's going to start looking for the word circumcision in my vault, and then we are able to see what's, you know, where we can find out more about circumcision or on circumcision. Basically all these notes. I also have different text here. It's showing that the Antiquities of the Jews, Book 1 has something on a circumcision. Book 8, Book 12, Book 20. Also the dialogue with Trypho the Jew. There's a lot on. Okay, I'm gonna have to look through that. That's a ton. Also my Eternal Torah note, my Jubilees note. So yeah, you got the gist of it. You got how it works. So that's pretty useful for Torah study, especially if you have like some of the biblical text inside of your Obsidian. I don't know why I had it off. Maybe because, you know, I think I turned it off a long time ago, but I'm going to keep it on. Yeah, so that's basically what backlinking is. I'm going to click on one of these so you guys can see. I'm going to go to the Testament of Levi. I'm going to go to the file. So it goes, I think it should go directly to the word circumcision. I might be wrong. It should do that. Oh, right here. Okay. See, yeah, so it went directly to the verse. And I didn't know there was so many things on circumcision in the dialogue with Trypho. So I'm gonna have to look into that. Core plugins. So I went through them last time in the last video in part 1, but I didn't go into it much because I was getting sleepy and my voice was starting to sound like something. Just yeah, so I'm not gonna go too much into all of them. I'm just gonna maybe if there's something related to Bible study where I feel like it would be very, very, very useful for you to, you know, turn on. If it's not on, I will go into it more. So we went into backlinks, bookmarks. It's pretty self-explanatory. The bookmarks are up here. Just click on the bookmark and you can see all of the files that you've bookmarked. So the way you do that is you go to your files, your file browser, you go to a note, then you right click on the file. I seem to just go to circumcision. I didn't plan that, of course. So you right click and then you go to bookmark. Where's bookmark? Okay, it's up here, bookmark. And then you can have folders inside of the bookmarks, so you can sort them however you'd like. I'm just going to save it under save for later. That's basically my watch for later for Obsidian. So you save it and then it should appear under the save for later, and it's right there. So pretty standard. And if you want to remove it, you just press remove and it will remove itself. So there's an audio recorder in here. I haven't really messed with that, so I don't turn it on. The command palette you need. for commands that come with plugins or so this is the file browser, I believe. So I think you need that on. Pretty sure you need that on. I've never turned it off. I don't think. Note composer, says you can merge two notes or split one into two. I don't know if I've used that, so I wouldn't mind turning it off. Outgoing links and detect unlinked mentions of other notes. Oh, okay, this is outgoing links and these are backlinks. Okay, I get it now. All right. Okay. So basically the backlinks show all the links that link from other files to the file that you're on, and then the outgoing links show links that go out from the file that you're on. So out, and then backlinks are in. Outline, I have a plugin for this, so I don't use this because they're kind of the same. I think maybe the plugin offers more in terms of like how it's styled and stuff. I'm not sure. I don't remember. You can have that off if you'd like, or you can have it on if you don't want to install another plugin. Probably should do that. Page preview, that's so whenever you like hover over a link, so you go over this link right here, it would just pop up. That's the page thing, and the also the chapter links can preview it, and it goes directly to the chapter inside of the note. So that's cool too. I don't really use slash commands, but I turned it on just in case. Tags view. So that's just the so if you go into here into the side pane, you will be able to see the tags view. Go to the sidebar and then you click on tags and you will see, okay, I guess that's not for the note. Yeah, I guess what that is just all the tags in your vault, and then it counts them. So it shows you how many times you've used this tag in your vault in total. So I'm guessing that I don't really need that because I don't really use that. Every time I see that, I'm like, why is that here? I don't need that. Templates, I don't use Obsidian, a template plugin. I don't know what would happen if I turn this off, but I don't do it just in case maybe the templater plugin uses it somehow. Word count just counts all the words in your current file. So it's the one at the end. So it's the one that's right where it says 250. That's how many words. Workspaces. Basically, you can create your layout how you want it to. You can move different things, like maybe that note to open up when you. Maybe you're doing a study. Say you're doing a study maybe on the Sabbath and the commandments. I probably shouldn't because it's going to make my vault super slow. Say I wanted it to look like this, and I wanted to have it load whenever I want to come back to this specific study, just like this. So what I would do is I would go to the workspaces here if I can find it. I don't really use it that much. I just use it for like the default workspace. So say if I want to save it as the Sabbath study, maybe I should go close. So say I wanted to save this as Shabbat study. Sabbath study. I press save, and let's say we do some stuff. Maybe we open up this and get into some of these. Maybe I close this. I have some tabs open here. Say I do some stuff and I study other things. And maybe I want to get back to the Sabbath setup that I had so that I can stay focused on studying that topic. Go back to manage workspace layouts, and I would just press load. It will open it again the exact way I had it. So that is useful. I should use that more often. I don't really stay on a certain topic for too long because it usually leads me somewhere entirely different. And sometimes I just roll with it because, it might lead me somewhere where maybe I should go there. I think what I should do, since this video might be too long, is I'm going to maybe save that for a separate video where I specifically just talk about plugins, because plugins are, there's a lot of them. I use a lot of them. Well, I have a lot installed. I might not use all of them every day, but they have their uses. So I'm gonna save that for the next video. So I'll go over my folder organization right now. The reason that they're colorful is because the theme that I'm using has a setting where you can set up rainbow folders, but you know, these are not the typical rainbow colors, but I like, you know, I like it going with the theme instead. I have it set to these. Now, the order of the folders is due to a plugin that I have called Custom File Exporting. You wanted to install it, do that, and you can have your files where, you know, you can order them however you'd like. The lines here, that is a CSS file that adds a separator to the menu where you want it. I will add a link to that in the description. I will link to my GitHub where you can download that. I will also have a link to the custom file sort plugin. I'll basically link all the things in the description. So if there's anything in here that I mentioned, it's in the description. Okay. I have my home folder up here. It has the home canvas, which is the canvas that I showed you earlier. The changelog is the changelog that I talked about earlier. Study reviews, that is a new thing that I added, that works with the calendar plugin and the and templater. So say I wanted to add a weekly review note to my vault. I just click on maybe week 1, and then it asks me if I want to make a new weekly note, and I say create. It's going to create one for me based on the template that I made for the weekly note. This is what it looks like. Also, I need to edit that. It says 52nd week of December. You get the concept though, even though the template is messed up. All of the notes that I modified in that week will be listed here so that I can review them. So like maybe every week I can go back to certain notes that I changed or modified or whatever. It'll help me retain the intent. I will post this template up on my GitHub when I finish it and it's all working correctly. Beings, I just add all the different beings that are in the Bible. I have a separate folder for Yahuwah and Yahusha, which is the Father and the Son, Yahusha, Father Yahuwah. The waters, I don't know what that is. Living waters. I don't know if those are beings. I'm gonna have to fix that. I have the beast, and then I have spiritual beings, and then I have earthly beings. Abraham, Adam. And then I have biblical cosmology. So to put that in short, if you want to call it flat, you can, but it's not really the same flat that's depicted in the usual pictures that you see of the flat earth. So it's more, it looks like a footstool basically. So moving on. Book studies. Whenever I add a verse to the vault or to a note, it usually links, it adds like an empty link to the call out. So you can see Matthew 16. It's an empty link, but every time I add a Bible verse where it adds the link to the book, and sometimes I will do a whole study on a book or a chapter, I mean, not a whole book, and that's kind of useful to just have there and then have those linked. So if I wanted more context on the chapter, I'll just click on that and it'll lead me right to the book study. And I have the folders with like every book, and then the chapters are inside of the book. The calendar, I have a plugin called Folder Note. So there's a note in here which you cannot see that's hidden, that is called that is basically the note for the folder. So if I click on the folder, it'll open up that note, and basically it's like the table of contents or like the home page for that folder. So I have it right here, and you could see I've added a folder overview up here where you can see all the notes and the folders. And then I have like I don't know why this verse is here. I think I have to do more research on this this verse actually, because I've heard somebody say that this is related to the calendar somehow. I have to look into that. I don't really know. So yeah, I have a chart of the calendar months, the Babylonian months, and then these are the meanings of the months that I was able to find so far, like where they fall on the Gregorian calendar here. Then I have a folder called Worldly Holidays, one of which is Christmas. So I have that note there, and I'm doing this on that. There's a lot of talk on whether it's like pagan or not pagan, or whether you should like that. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is pagan. Don't do it. Don't. You're worshiping a pagan tree." Or, I don't know, on Facebook. And then I have timing and calendar here. All right, so that's the calendar. I have events here. I don't know if I should put the events inside of the calendar folder. I kind of been thinking about doing that recently, so I might move my events to my calendar, although calendar and events be different. They might belong in different categories. I don't know. I have a canon folder basically outlining what happened when with the Septuagint and the KJV. Creation, just talking about creation. Exodus, studies on Exodus, Mount Sinai, creation, the feasts. I have all the feast days here, and the Exodus, and then I have new moon day, timeline, translations. Yeah. Okay, next, historical context. These are all my folders here. Beliefs and theology. Okay, the BHI, and then the ancient Egypt. Culture, Hebrew, marriage, places, Babylon, school of Tyrannus, the Hyksos. If you know, you know. I don't know. The trees. Oh, the giant trees. Yeah. Languages, law. So I have the commandments right here. Then I have a whole folder on murder and killing because they're different. The priesthood, Sabbath folder, sin folder, and then like the unclean folder. Vex. Yep. And yep, I have all these folders right here. Law. This is where I add like any phrases that I want to look into. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to phrase study. I have a folder note in the dictionary folder, and I just have it to list all the notes that I have inside of the dictionary folder. So I did say before I am going to go through the plugins in the next. So that one will be 2.5. So it'll be part 2.5. This will be part 2. I have my soundboard. Oh. All the links to everything that I've mentioned in the video will be in the description. I will try to get everything that I mentioned, have it in the description for you. While editing, I will grab all the links and put it in. I will be making a homeschool Obsidian tutorial. I will also be posting that on the channel. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you found the video helpful, you can share the video and consider subscribing. If anything else is requested, I will attempt to kind of fit that in anywhere I can. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. 2.5